Imagine the view from a hot air balloon. It's incredible. It's amazing. Do you know why the view from a hot air balloon is so cool? Because you can see everything. I can see way over there, and I can see way over there. I can see everything. Yeah, it's kind of like God. God can see everything. He can see our whole life. He can see the beginning of our life. He can see the end of our life and everything in between. God is never caught by surprise. God is in control. He is faithful, and you can trust Him. Imagine that. Imagine a God that can see everything. So next time you get a little discouraged, God will always provide a pathway, even when we can't see it. Hey! I can see your church from up here! Oh, hey you guys! On the count of 3, everybody look up and say, "Hey, Johnny!" Ready? 1, 2, 3. I can totally hear that! That's awesome! Woo! Kid
Gentlemen, you're tuned into WHAT Radio.
What?
Exactly. Now we bring you the dramatic spectacle, 40 years and nowhere to go. The Israelites have come to the end of the desert, and they are stuck at the edge of the Jordan River. It's deep, it's wide, and over 1 million people are going nowhere fast.
Hope they brought their floaties.
No, they didn't bring their floaties. They've been in the desert for 40 years. Oh, they're so close to the promised land, yet so very far away.
I bet we're lost.
I don't even know what's
Hey, everybody, shh! Joshua's gonna say something.
Tomorrow is the day we've been waiting for. The day we've imagined for over 40 years. Let today be set aside to imagine what God will do next for us. Be pure in your heart and your mind, for tomorrow the Lord will do incredible wonders, things we could only have imagined.
This just in. The Jordan River is drying up. That's right, folks. Dry as beef jerky. 4 priests carrying the Ark of God's promise put their toes in the water.
Ooh, that's chilly.
And shazam! The water stopped flowing. And the Israelites started walking right into the promised land.
Keep a safe distance from the ark, please. Keep moving, folks. Nothing to see here. It's all over there.
That day, Israel crossed over the Jordan River on dry ground. It was incredible. It was amazing. It was slam-spackle-tacular. Just when it seemed like there was no way for the Israelites to go on, kapowie! God was right there to show them His pathway. And with God on their side, crossing the Jordan was a breeze. So does that mean they're home free? Not on your life, Buster. Oh, friends, tune in next time to find out what's next. Until then, this is Orson Not So Well saying adios from WHAT Radio.
What?
Exactly.
Your mission this week is to revive the imagination of a grown-up. Why? Because when you get grown up, you stop using your imagination. Grown-ups have a hard time imagining what God could do, what God would do, but not you. No, you've got your imagination working. You're thinking of all the great things that God's gonna do. Adults, they get lost in the pathway sometimes. They forget to use their imagination to say, be strong and courageous. I can be strong and courageous. Instead, they get discouraged. God wants to use you to revive their imagination, to help lead them to the pathway of encouragement. Turn to the person next to you and say, be strong and courageous. The first step is to find a discouraged grown-up. Step 2, ask them, what would you do if you knew God was going to work this out? Step 3, when friends and family get discouraged, remind them to be strong and courageous because God is with them. Be strong and courageous. Use your imagination to see what God could do. Use your imagination to see what God would do. That's what Joshua did. And guys and gals, that's what God wants you to do in the life of a grown-up. Help revive their imagination and say, how would you act if you knew God was going to work this out? Well, I wouldn't be worried. And I certainly wouldn't be discouraged because I know that God would work things out. That's it! You've just used your imagination to see how God could work things out. Oh, and one more thing. Don't forget to teach them chazek ve'amatz. Chazek ve'amatz. It means be strong and courageous because God is with you. Chazek ve'amatz. Say it with me. Chazek ve'amatz. Chazek ve'amatz. Turn to the person next to you and say, Chazek ve'amatz.
Compass point!
Hi there. Many of you know me as Super You. But really, I'm just super. Sure. You know, being super, people ask me questions like, can you help me with my homework? Why is tape sticky on one side and not the other? How can you eat cereal through a straw? Why do some people smell like bean with bacon soup? Where did you get these nifty boffo new shades? You like them? They're new. Sure. Actually, I don't know the answer to any of those questions. But I do know this, and it's today's compass point. It'll be okay when God leads the way. That's right, let's all say it together, come on. It'll be okay when God leads the way. One more time, here we go. It'll be okay when God leads the way. That's right, you know, God's in control, and no matter what happens, where it happens, how it happens, we can rest and be happy in the fact that God's in control no matter what. And that makes me feel super. Oh, that's all the time we have, my friends. This is Super You, helping you to be the super you God wants you to be. And you're super just the way you are. Good night. Bye-bye.
Memory Max!
Oh, there you are. All right, guys and gals, it's time to learn today's Memory Max. So everybody up on your feet, stand up with me. We're going to learn Joshua 1:9. Starts out like this. Joshua 1-9. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Next part of Joshua 1:9 is, drum roll please. Or discouraged. For discouraged, we're just gonna kind of do this. Do that with me. Why would God tell us not to be discouraged? Because God is always with us everywhere we go. He wants us to be strong and courageous. You know who needs to hear that? Grown-ups. Because grown-ups get discouraged. They forget to imagine that God always provides a pathway through even the most difficult circumstances. Guys and gals, it doesn't matter what you're facing right now. It doesn't matter what a grown-up's facing right now. God is with you everywhere you go, and He will always provide a pathway through your circumstances. All right, let's put it all together. Joshua 1:9. Joshua 1:9. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged. That's what grown-ups need to hear from you. You need to remind them to be strong and courageous. Don't be afraid or discouraged, because God is with you everywhere you go. Turn to the person next to you right now and say, be courageous. Hello to all you little people. Way down there, they look like ants. Ants in your pants, do a boogie dance. Well, that's all we got for you this time, guys and gals. Great job. Remember to keep encouraging those grown-ups because, they get discouraged. Remind them that God will always provide a pathway through. Woo! Until next time, this is Johnny reminding you to be strong and courageous.